Hey, so what's up, everyone? So, do I have a treat for you today? So, my dad has this character named Firecracker Dan, and it's like his creation. Like, he's got a series of poetry books and things like that based around him. If you don't know him, maybe I'll make a video about it soon. I'm not sure. He's got his own YouTube channel. I'll put a link somewhere, maybe here, maybe here. I don't know. But, so he's been remodeling this old house that we have, and he's decided to turn it into Firecracker Dan Land. So that's what I did. I went to Firecracker Dan Land, we took a tour, we seen the progress, and that's what I'm going to show you guys today. So stick with us. Okay.
The house you see in front of you is Firecracker Dan's house. We've been working on it now and putting the woodwork around it inside the house for just about 9 months now. And the outside boards that we put on the outside are all hemlock. And hemlock to lumber right now is getting pretty scarce and hard to get a hold of up in these eastern Kentucky mountains. The history of the house, this house used to belong to what we call the old Brian and Vadie Henry place. And they had several children to raise up in this house, but really this house has been here for years and years, and it's hard to say exactly the date that this house was first built, but Brian Henry and Nevada Henry, they lived here throughout a long time, and I think Nevada Henry's mother and father, they lived just the next house over, and I'd say this house is probably 90 to 100 years old, if not older. I really can't find the correct date on the house when it was first born, or first built.
What?
The porch posts here that you see, they're very old. They come from the old barn that I'd taken to the ground just to get the lumber and all the other wood materials out of it so I could reuse it. And some of these posts, it took 3 of us just to carry them, just to get them here. And to be as old as they are, they shouldn't be heavy at all, but they are. Then they're great quality. You cannot find a porch post like this at Lowe's, and you can't find any like this at any lumber yard. It has to come from the old barns from the good old days.
What? What?
We are now inside the living room of the Firecracker Dan house. And what we had done, we took the old window facings, everything off the walls, and we made our own window facing, and we put inside woodwork on the walls inside this old house. And this is the living room, Firecracker Dan's living room, which there's still a lot more work to be done, but we've done a lot of work already. And we have to do the floors and the ceilings throughout the whole house yet, but that's yet to come, and we're going to start that probably just in a few days.
What?
This is another room. It's just outside of Firecracker Dan's living room, and we've already put the walls and all the beautiful window trims already in here. And like I said, we still need to do the ceiling, we still need to do the floor, and we're going to build a Firecracker Dan bathroom in this area as well, in this room. What that means, we're going to put a bathroom in for Firecracker Dan and all of his next of kin, and anybody that wants to visit Firecracker Dan Land.
What? What?
Firecracker Dan, this is his kitchen, and he, Firecracker himself, just called this kitchen the wagon wheel, because that's what the lights are. They're wagon wheels, and the name of wagon wheels, or wagon wheel, is a great name for a kitchen, a place where you cook all your meals. And Firecracker Dan may have his own food recipes. We just don't know yet what he's going to get into.
What?
This right here is another room. It's just outside the kitchen. Outside of Firecracker Dan's kitchen. We got all the walls. We got the door trim up and window facing frames and trims up there. And we just like one wall in this room, we'll have the downstairs completed. have all the woodwork done once we get that one wall just for the walls. Like I said, we still have to do the ceiling, we still have to do the floors, but everything's coming out perfectly well.
What? What?
I'm now standing on the side porch just outside the kitchen, Firecracker Dan's porch, and as you can see, the pillars are the ones that's over 100 years old again. And like I said, it took 2 or 3 people just to carry them. They're made of, most of them, solid oak. And this is just a good place where the folks, Firecracker Dan and all of his next of kin, or whoever, can come out here and just sit and relax and have a fish fry or whatever they want to do.
What?
You can see that Firecracker Dan Land has went green, especially of a night, for the coronavirus victims, those that got sick from it, and those who have passed away from it. That's to honor those folks. And of a night, you can come here, this whole valley is lit up in green due to the green light bulbs that's lit up after dark.
What?
As you can see, the framing for this window was made out of some of the old barn lumber. And it actually takes us back, you know, to the olden days, to the good old days, the way they used to frame those windows on them old houses when they were first built. And someone told me just the other day, I think it's one of the Henry boys that actually visited me. He said this lumber and these posts are older than you think, because he said, I know the old man that built the barn years and years ago, and he would not go to no lumber yard. There wasn't no Lowe's or any other lumber yard where you can get lumber, and said he would tear down other old barns just to build him a barn. And that's how they built his houses too. It's the good old days. He called them shanties or shacks is what he referred to them as. But she said, you can believe me, that old man did not go out and buy a new lumber. It come from older barns than what he built his out of.
What?
Said he didn't know how old it was. But everything's looking pretty good, isn't it?
What? What?
You can see this is upstairs. That's how it looks today. But there's going to have to be a lot of work done to get it what it's going to look like tomorrow. And we're going to do the upstairs just like we did the down. A lot of this sheetrock or all of it probably have to come out. And then we're going to go in with new lumber walls is what we're going to do. And the walls we put on the inside is we try to get either yellow pine or white pine for the walls. And then we have little side attic places too beyond these walls here where you can store stuff beyond these. We've refloored, not this side, but the other side, we refloored all of it already. And we're actually going to try to get some lights in there, probably 3 of them, where we can operate 3 bulbs by 1 switch so we can see, you know, back in there and see what's going on at times, and probably house some stuff back there. And Firecracker Dan, he may even want to get him a chair and sit back there and rest a spell or two.
What?
That old cannon shelf you see in front of you over there, just in front of me over here, I don't know whether who canned that stuff up. I really don't know. It's been from the good old days, and you can actually see that we have a ball perfect mason square jar there. That's a ½ a gallon. And back years ago, people did can in ½ a gallon jars because they had big families, and they needed more beans or more pickled corn or whatever they put in those jars. They had to be big jars so they could open up and feed the family, because a pint and quart just wouldn't do it. And the ½ gallon jars, they become pretty valuable today because they're kind of scarce. And the ball perfect mason, and with the lines running down the sides, yeah, that's an older jar. I don't know whether you can find another one or not. You may have to look for a while.
What?
Right now we're standing in Firecracker Dan's barn, which houses another barn that I take it to the ground and pulled all the nails out of the lumber. The barn lumber is over 100 years old. And that barn lumber come from a barn that was 40 feet wide and 80 feet long and 6 bents high. And it took a long time just to get the nails pulled out of the old lumber.
What?
Okay. If you want to send some fan letters to Firecracker Dan, or your family send one, or whomever that wants to send a fan letter to Firecracker Dan, his address is Firecracker Dan Land, 4646 Highway 1569, Wellington, Kentucky 40387. And thank you for watching our digital program. Until the next time, folks, Firecracker Dan says he can dance the dance of 1,000 soldiers dancing in a marching band, and he can do much more.
What?
Okay, so I'm back. What'd you guys think about Firecracker Dan Land? What do you think about the progress? Let me know in the comments. You guys got any projects you're working on or anything like that? Let me know. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. In the description down here, I'm going to put links to his poetry books and Firecracker Dan stuff, and I don't know, I'll leave you guys with a bunch of things. So, alright folks, I'll see you later. Bye. Hey, what's up? Burton here, and if you like this video, check out one of these other videos. Or subscribe, like, comment. Tell me what you liked about it. Ring that bell. Or hit me up on Twitter, @Burtonian. Alright folks, you guys have fun. Bye.